What's going on, beautiful people of YouTube? This is Renebean, and welcome to another Sunday video of live video game hunting. This is that series where I show you all the cool stuff I've gotten through about the past week or so, through garage sales, yard sales, flea markets. I go to thrift stores like Goodwill and Salvation Army, and I'll use apps like LetGo, OfferUp, Craigslist, Facebook, whatever I can use to get my hands on some awesome games at excellent prices. As always, make sure you stick through to the end of the video, because not only do I go over everything on a one-on-one level, as well as anything you didn't see on camera, but I also announce the winner to the weekly contest giveaway. If you want to be entered, the rules are super simple. Obviously, be subscribed to the channel, hit that like button because it helps these videos out tremendously, and leave a comment down below, hopefully something positive. If you want some extra credit, share these videos, Twitter, Facebook, whatever, so other people can see these awesome finds and learn how to build their collections as well. Links to everything in the description below. Instagram, eBay store, Twitch channel, P.O. Box. It's all down below. And a quick announcement, which is, it's not 100% yet. It's pretty close. I'm not sure, but I may be going to my first ever convention. A subscriber tipped me off to one in Greensboro called the Super Famicom, 17th, 18th, and 19th of November. I contacted the people in charge. They hooked me up with a media pass. As long as the plans work out, I should be able to go and I can meet some awesome people. Let me know if you're going down below. I am super nervous. I have never been to a convention before in my life. I've always wanted to go, and I might be able to do some pretty cool game hunting in the process. So if you're going, let me know. I'll make an official announcement if I am 100% going. Right now, it's probably like a 60, 100 that I'm going. But anyways, we got some awesome stuff here. I hope you're excited. I know I am. So I want you to sit back and relax and enjoy these awesome live finds. Alright everybody, welcome back to another wonderful episode. I hope everybody had an excellent week. If you found anything awesome, let me know. Hell, if you didn't find anything great, still let me know. I love hearing the stories that everybody has when it comes to game hunting. So here I am at the flea market. You can see obviously it is dark because that get factor is strong within my body, and I come across this table and I see this really weird controller. I have never seen one of these things before in the wild at all. Now you see the top where the cord connects to it is coming out, but it wasn't torn or anything. It just kind of came out, so that should be a pretty easy fix. But this thing caught my eye. I have never seen one of these things before. I knew I had to pick this thing up. So after doing a little digging research here, I found that these things are called Ninja Freaks controllers. Came out in 2005 by Philips. Pretty interesting. I love collecting obscure controllers, just really weird aftermarket ones, or just, I mean, obviously this thing is awesome. It looks cool. It's going to look excellent on my shelf amongst my other crazy controllers. Now, I did leave behind the other PlayStation 2 controller you see right there, simply for the fact that she wanted like $3 for it. Now, I did pick this one up for $2. She did say $3, and I got it down to $2. But I don't like paying that much for controllers, especially PS2 ones, because it really is a gamble with each one. It's like a literally 50-50 chance that it's going to work. So I left it behind, but I had to pick this one up. This thing was absolutely awesome. And it's not crazy expensive. I think it sells somewhere between $20 to $25 online, but I had to have this for my collection. And that's another tip right here that I can give you out there is if you don't have a flashlight or don't want to be one of those people with the headbands or, one of those big damn long tree trunk flashlights over their shoulder, use your cell phone. My phone has a built-in app, already with it. If not, you can download them free, but it works out to be a great little flashlight. You can cut it on and off. And plus, if you ever kind of wanted to look up something on the fly, it doesn't look too obvious because the flashlight still works while you're on it, so it just kind of looks like you're looking at something. So that's another little handy tip that I suggest to you. But anyways, $2 for this very awesome controller. I was very happy about it. She wanted $3, but like I said, I got it for $2. Should be a very easy fix just to open it up and kind of slide that thing back in there and fix it to where it won't come back out again. But I was very happy about picking it up. Now, this next clip here isn't necessarily a game find, but I did want to include this one time just to kind of show everybody that, yes, if you get your ass up in the morning, there are people that set up at these flea markets, man. It's not uncommon. People think that only in the daylight will people have their tables ready to go. This is like, I don't know, 5:30, 6 in the morning. I'm walking these aisles now. Yeah, it is cold and it's later in the season, so it's not as busy as it could be, but look at all the potential here. You see, as there are people setting up, there is opportunity to find games here. And I just kind of wanted to run through and kind of give you an idea of what it looks like at this time in the morning, because I know a lot of people out there who watch this show, some of them don't get up this early. They don't go to the flea markets. Hell, some of them don't even hunt. They just kind of live vicariously through me, which is perfectly fine. But this is part of that get factor right here. This is me getting my ass up and getting to this flea market to hopefully find some stuff. And one thing that a lot of people don't understand is if you're one of those people that get to the flea market or wherever, at 9 or 10 o'clock and, it's nice and beautiful, daylight's out, and you go up to these tables and you may even ask then, do you got any video games or anything? I guarantee you they've already been asked 40 times before you even get there by people like me who are getting there as they're setting up, approaching them as they're, setting stuff on their tables. Hey, you wouldn't happen to have brought any video games? Yeah, I brought some old stuff here. And they pull it out while you're getting there at 10, 11 o'clock. And it's already been picked through. I mean, I can understand that some people do get fines later in the day. That is perfectly possible for people that get there late. But me getting here at this time, my chances of finding stuff greatly outweigh yours. So one thing that I hear all the time, and it kind of kills me a little bit each time I hear it, and that's Renebean. I never have any luck at the flea market. Stuff's always picked through. I just never find anything at all. And the reason for that, I guarantee, is because you're not getting there soon enough. People are already asking. People are ahead of you. Now, you see this car here is backing up, and once, they get set up and the wife comes up, I'm going to say, hey, did y'all happen to bring any video games? She says no this occasion, but had she said yes, guess who would have had first dibs on that? And if this kind of thing bothers you, if you hate the fact that I'm that type of person who gets to these places and gets these games nice and early, well, I apologize for that. But you don't get a collection like mine by being that person who gets to the flea market late in the day. If you want to really step your game collecting up, be the person who gets there early. Be the person who ain't scared to wake your ass up and get to that flea market when it's nice and cold outside and start asking these people. And you're going to find that you are getting some awesome scores. Alright everybody, here's the disclaimer. We got us another toy find right here. Now I told you as the season is dying down, and this way I can actually give y'all a full episode, you may see a toy find or two, and there's a few reasons for this. Obviously, like I said, it's going to help these videos just be a little bit longer, and the biggest reason is because you help me learn so much about toys. I am completely ignorant when it comes to a lot of things toy related. I'm just not that knowledgeable with them. So if you don't like watching this type of thing, I apologize for that. Just fast forward right through. That's completely okay. We got some awesome game finds later in the video. And for the people that love this, which is crazy, I got a lot of positive feedback from the last episode when I found all those sealed, 80s and 90s toys, which was awesome, epic score. If it wasn't for you out there, I wouldn't have realized that I left that Sunman figure behind. That turns out to be like extremely rare and expensive. That's what this is about. These little tidbits where I show you the few toys that I find. This is where I can get y'all's feedback and y'all say, hey, you need to start looking for this, or, make sure you're checking this out, because I got to learn this stuff, because I pass this stuff up all the time. Anytime that I put out one of these Sunday videos, people will be like, hey, you should have looked at that toy. You should have looked at that toy. Well, guess what? I don't know anything about them, so I am learning and I am in that process. So thanks to you out there, my brain is getting just a little bit more knowledgeable when it comes to toys, but it's going to take time. So with all that rambling, here you see I'm at the flea market and I come across all these Star Wars toys. Now this may come as a huge shocker to you. It's probably going to piss some of y'all off, but I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. I have nothing against it. I absolutely love the first three, but after that it kind of got extremely fucky, and I just gave up on it. But I know that, older Star Wars toys can be worth quite a bit. And you see, what caught my eye was the big-ass Millennium Falcon. And then you see that this lady has some other stuff. And all this, it was all adult-owned. It was all hers. She was a huge Star Wars fan. Now, a lot of these, they were all 90s toys. It wasn't anything, from the 80s or anything, but they were pretty damn cool. This was a complete gamble for me to buy all this stuff. Now, you see, I'm over here, I'm grabbing all this stuff because, a lot of people started pulling up, and I wanted to make sure that I had my hands on these toys first, so I'm just making a stack, a bundle over here, getting everything together. Because, when I first pulled up, she says, I'll take $10 on that Millennium Falcon. I thought that was a good deal, and I knew that I was probably going to get a bundle deal for everything that I pick up. So you see me pulling everything towards me. And that's another bit of advice that I can give you whenever you're out hunting, and whether it's games, toys, whatever it is, make a pile, bring everything towards you. That way, if you have other people coming up, it's less likely that they're going to reach in front of you and grab something, which it can happen, but this is just more of a defensive stance that you can take. Even though you may not buy everything, it gives you a chance to look. And you don't have to, completely have your guard up. But anyways, you see this bin right here. See, Shetsy had some figures in there. I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't even know that many Star Wars characters. Like, I know the obvious ones, but I just don't know that much. So for everything you see on the table here and the few figures that I picked up out of the bin, I paid $25 for. I do not know if that's a good deal or not. It seemed like a good deal to me. Now I do realize, I think on the Millennium Falcon it's missing like that little middle piece, but it did have like Han Solo in the driver's seat. It was pretty cool. It didn't seem like it was missing anything else. All the pieces seemed intact. Like I said, she was the original owner of all this. She's just clearing out some space. She was a huge Star Wars fan. There is an absolute huge following to the series, and I can understand why. It is awesome. Like I said, I have thoroughly enjoyed the first 3, but after that I just kind of fell out of it. But $25, I think it was a good deal. She wanted $30 initially, but me being uncomfortable with it, offered her $20. We settled on $25, and I picked it up. Let me know if that was a good deal. Like I said, I have no idea. All the toys are stamped from the 90s. It seemed like a decent pickup. So I kind of started my glasses up late on this one. For that, I apologize, but I'll give you a little backstory. He said he had some games, and as I was walking over, this guy decides to butt in on it and pull stuff out as I'm pulling. That is a no-no right there. That pisses me off right there. And you best believe I was not going to let him get anything good out of this. And it just, you don't do that, man. You let someone look, and when they're done, you can look. You don't butt in on that. You be respectful to it. I was there first. You don't do that sort of thing. But anyways, this guy right here had some N64 games. You've seen him maybe in a few pickups before. I don't know if you've ever actually seen who he is. He's a cool dude. He's a reseller. He picks his stuff up off people if I don't get to him first. But he lets me look through the stuff, and he usually gives me really awesome deals. He had all these N64 games. There was no crazy, heavy hitter titles. There was no Smash Brothers or Mario Kart, anything like that. But what I'm looking for is 2 things. One, a game that I do not have for my collection, and B, a game that I can resell and get that game for free, which is what it's all about. So you see, I pick up GoldenEye, which every collector should have in their collection. It's an absolute awesome staple to have. And then I pick up Nightmare Creatures, a game that I did not have. I asked him how much he wanted, and he said 10 apiece, which was kind of what I was expecting. Like I said, he is a reseller. He doesn't know the pricing of games too much, but he does know that they are, somewhat valuable depending on each game. But I was completely honest with him. He's like, he said he does not know what these are worth, and I told him, I was like, well, Nightmare Creature sells for about 10, and GoldenEye can sell for about 15 or 20. I told him I would give him 15 for both, and you know what? He took that. I'm an honest person. I've actually talked with this guy. Some people don't like him at the flea market, but he doesn't bother me at all. He's a pretty cool dude, and he gave me that deal for $15. I'll be able to sell GoldenEye, and I'll get Nightmare Creatures for free. And even though it's just one game I'm adding to my collection, that game didn't cost me anything, and that's what it's about right there. Oh, here we go again with those bittersweet shitty Wii game pickups. You know how I love collecting for the Wii when it comes to just shovelware, bloatware games that I don't understand who buys these games. Someone did. Obviously, they wouldn't be out in the wild. But here we go. We got us a fantastic copy of Cake Mania in the mix right here. It's almost embarrassing when I'm out in the wild and I'm picking these games up. Look, she's looking at this game like, why the hell did you even pick this up? She said she wanted $2. I was like, I'll give you $1. And then I held the game up. I was like, you see what I'm buying? She's like, yeah. So I picked it up for $1. I mean, there was nothing else here in the stack that I wanted. I think she wanted like 5 for everything else. But I got that sickness within me where I love collecting terrible games, and that happens. Everybody's got their own addictions. Some people like collecting greatest hits for like a system, PlayStation 1 greatest hits. That's okay. For me, when it comes to like the DS and the Wii, I love collecting shitty titles, and it gives me a wholesome feeling in my heart to go in there and pick up a game such as Cake Mania and be like, what the hell is this shit? But you know what? We all got our guilty pleasures. That one just happens to be mine. Alright, so here we are with the final pickup of the week. Nothing crazy here. It wasn't the most tremendous week, but I did get some stuff that I needed and some stuff that'll help me along the way. I'm at this place here. Y'all may have seen it in one or two videos. I rarely come here. There's only a few occasions that I will, and that's when I need some games to help bundle systems. And I found out that I had no extra games for PlayStation 2, and I got so many PS2s that I am trying to get ready for sale. But it helps when you have bundle games to go with them, and that's what this place is all about right here, because you can see that they have these bins right here, and they marked them down even lower. It's typically $1 a game, like 93 cents, but they half that price. I guess they're getting overwhelmed with this crap. And it was 43 cents a game, no matter what I picked up. And now, obviously, it's just going to be a lot of sports games. It's games that no one wants. But I actually do come across some really awesome PlayStation 2 titles, which was what it was all about. I really needed these to help bundle, with the systems that I have lying around. And one thing that was really nice is 2 or 3 of these games are games that I did not have. I did not have the blue copy of Madden, and there was some PlayStation 2 games that I did not have. So it was worth stopping by. Plus, this place also has defective consoles. Like if someone brings in an NES and they can't get it to load a game, they'll just deem it as defective and they'll sell it as a defective unit for $5 or $10 just for the console. And I can pick that up because I'll fix them. It works out in my favor. But you see here, I come across some pretty decent titles, but the PlayStation 2 games was what it was all about. It kind of freaked me out when I was in the workshop and I was trying to make a PlayStation 2 bundle, and I realized, oh my god, I'm out of PlayStation 2 games. That's why I'm always telling you, when you're out in the wild, always pick up games, even if they're cheap games, they're not worth resale. They're great to bundle with a system, because like I said, if you got, if you're a game hunter collector and you resell systems, if you have a PlayStation 2, it's going to sell a lot better if you pair it with a couple games. People are just going to look at that and be like, that's a great bundle deal. Even though you didn't pay much for those games, it's just going to help that system sell. There have been many a times where I have a system and I've paired it with 1 or 2 games that are just worth absolutely nothing, but people are all like, oh my god, I love that game. That's the reason they pick up that bundle. It just makes it look that much better. But almost everything else about this place that I'm at, it bugs me to no extent that they sell things for such a high price. And everybody mentions that all the time. Well, don't you resell games? Yeah, absolutely. I resell them, for eBay prices, Amazon prices when I am on eBay and Amazon, because those prices include shipping, time, packaging, and fees. They include all that. So if you're at a shop and you're selling a game for what it sells for on eBay, you don't have all that overhead, such as shipping, packaging, fees and all that. So it's just kind of, it irks me, But anyways, I get a pretty good stack here of some stuff that I needed. I was very happy about it. And I will say, it's worth checking out these shops every so often, just for the fact that if they are lazy and they don't go through their inventory and reprice stuff, if games climb in prices, you might be able to catch a good deal. Like I did see, in their original Xbox games, they had Call of Cthulhu for $39, which actually is not a terrible deal. It's not nothing stellar, but if you were looking for that game, you kind of would have won on that one. But most everything else here is just completely jacked in price. And when I say overpriced, it's overpriced because it's matching eBay's pricing. That you shouldn't do that in a shop. Be the better person and sell it for less, because you don't have that overhead of fees and shipping. Be the reason people are like, man, I want to come to you because I'm not paying that price. That's what I get at. I resell games. I'm proud of that. I can charge that price because I am the one doing the fee, shipping, and all that. Alright, I hope you enjoyed all of that awesome live footage. Just like always, we're going to go over all this stuff here. If I can remember anything about it, I'll tell you. If not, we'll just kind of zoom through it. It's never in any particular order because it always gets scattered around. So one thing right off the gate here that you did not see on camera, and this was like my favorite find. It kind of sucks that I didn't get it on the camera, but sometimes those glasses, they fuck up and they won't record, and you got to do like a hard reset on them. But one guy that you probably remember in a live episode, I bought a bunch of stuff from, like my backpack. My Mario backpack was the last thing I got from him. And he always has some weird stuff, and this is what I got right here. Check this out. 3 sealed copies of Hyperscan, the X-Men booster pack. That is crazy. I got my first Hyperscan not too long ago. Miss Renebean got it for me. And I had like just the actual Wolverine card in there. That was all I had. I got 3 of these sealed. Now, they're not worth that much money. You think they would be, but they're not. But it's just really cool. I paid $1 a piece for these. They're in excellent condition. I'm going to keep one and get rid of the other ones. I mean, they're not even really worth the resale value. Maybe, a few of you subscribers might want one. Let me know. Hit me up on Instagram. We might be able to work something out. But that's just cool right there. I mean, I've never seen these things sealed in the wild. I don't even remember the Hyperscan in stores. I mean, I think it was a little after my time when these things came out, because it's not nothing like retro or anything. But that's cool right there. I think that is absolutely awesome. A very cool pickup for $1 a piece. I was extremely happy about that. Let's see. Now, you saw off the one reseller that I got both of these. I paid $15 for, and that is a copy of GoldenEye and then a copy of Nightmare Creatures. I didn't have Nightmare Creatures, and I needed that. I'll be able to sell GoldenEye, and I'll get this one free. Now, look at this. Look at the amount of writing that is on the back of this cartridge. That is unreal. The thing is like sponsored from NASCAR, man. That's at least the joke that I always put with it. But that's okay. Stickers don't really bother me. Like, you'll see a lot of my collection, they'll still have stickers on there. For some people, it irks the shit out of them. Now, if I'm reselling a game, like if I was reselling Nightmare Creatures, I would clean that up because it's just going to sell better. But when it's in my personal collection, as long as there's no like actual fecal matter on the damn game and it's nice and smooth, I'll put it on the shelf. But you'll see some of these games, they got sticker residue. And sometimes it's like a badge of honor, man. I love it. Like, if you find a really high-end game and it's got like a $1.50 sticker on there, you best believe I'm going to leave it on there so people can see that shit. Like, whenever I got my copy of Wild Guns, it had like a $5 sticker on there. But I did remove that because that one I eventually sold. Sometimes it's a little scary holding on to real high-end games. But now as my collection is growing and it's harder for me to find games, I've been keeping a lot of my heavy hitters. But that's cool. Those two pickups right there, pretty happy about that. I bought off this guy before. He is a reseller, but as long as you tell him the truth, what things are worth, he's going to work with you. And he worked with me on that, so I was happy about it. Alright. This is that guilty pleasure buy. Cake Mania in the mix. Holy fuck, this game is damn... Oh, it's number one. Majesco. I've never heard of this shit. I got this addiction, man, and it hurts me. But everybody's got their own pet peeves addicting-wise when it comes to collecting. Some people, like I said in the video, collect only greatest hits for, like, PlayStation 1. I like collecting shitty games for the Wii and for the DS. But you know what? Some of these games, you'd actually be completely surprised that they're pretty good. Now, there's a lot of shitty ones. Now, when the Wii came out, it was extremely successful. And all these developers and these under-budget companies, they wanted to take advantage of that. So they wanted to pump out the shittiest game they could as quick as possible, and you would end up with games like Cake Mania in the mix. Now, I've never played this. I probably never will. But I like having these games because, you know, every now and then I'll get, you know, a subscriber will say, hey, that game's actually pretty good. And I'll plug it in, and you know what? Sometimes it actually is pretty damn good. So it's cool to have that. You know, some people... Like I said, there's all different types of collectors out there. I'm the type of collector, I like to have anything and everything that I don't have. I don't like to have doubles of things. I don't like to have a game that's on multiple systems. But I like the idea that if I'm watching a YouTube video or someone suggests, hey, have you ever played this game? It's pretty damn good. And I can say, you know what, I haven't played that game, but I got it. It's cool to have that bit of power to say, you know what, I can go play that game. I don't have to go hunt for it. It's on my shelf. You know, that's something cool to me. You got selective collectors and you got collectors that are like me that just collect anything and everything. I like that. I like the idea that, you know, I may have never played such and such game, but I have that option. That option is there for me. So if there's other people out there like that, let me know. Let's go over these toys real quick because I don't know much about them. And one thing that I'm hoping that you guys will do is teach me, further educate me on toys. These are all Star Wars toys. I paid $25 for the lot. I know the names of some of these I don't. Like, I think this is the X-Wing, if I'm not mistaken. And if I say any of these things wrong, correct me. And a lot of these, the Millennium Falcon and this thing, I know. Everything else, I have no idea what the hell it is. Star Wars, the first three were awesome. After that, I lost interest. But they're all in pretty decent condition. I don't know anything about it. Like, I'll look on them and see if it's stamped. If it's anything past 2000, I don't really mess with it. This says 95. Pretty cool, though. I'm pretty happy about that. Hopefully, I did good with this deal. They were all adult-owned. Damn, it's got like some little foot stand or something. Oh, I see. Okay. I bet that looks good on a shelf, man. I can see why Star Wars has such an excellent following. I mean, it's a cool series. I mean, it's one of those things, but it's just, I got out of hand with it. This thing, I don't know what the hell this is. Let me know what it is, because I don't. And it doesn't seem like anything's missing pieces. The Millennium Falcon, I think, is missing a piece. Hell, it could have had something right there for all I know. God almighty. Tell me what it is, and if it's worth anything, tell me. Do be like, man, it's worth like 20 bucks. Hell, I don't know. But pick that up. Pretty neat. Alright. I gotta learn about these toys, man. I'm tired of watching, or like, you know, looking at the comments, because you know I answer all my comments, or at least try to, on these live videos, and they'll be like, why didn't you pick that toy up? Yeah, fuck, that thing's worth $1,000. I'm gonna learn. Toys are awesome, I just never got into them. Alright, now this thing I think is also missing a piece right here. I don't know what this thing's called. Sort of looks like one of the attackers in Star Fox. 96, so Hasbro. I don't know what the hell it is. This thing's probably missing this thing right here too. Hopefully that could sell for something. Obviously I picked this stuff up for resale. I don't collect toys really. Like I was gonna, like I even picked up all those Toxic Crusaders. Like, oh, I'm gonna keep a handful of these. I'm selling all of them, and especially like Toxic when I found out what he was worth. These were like $80, $90. That's crazy. The Simpsons figures, they're not worth that much, but I do think I am going to sell them. I think a lot of people hit me up on there. If you're still interested, let me know. This thing, I don't know what the hell it is. Another thing of Star Wars, I imagine. It has buttons on the bottom. Like, I guess it made sound or something. This one was from 97, a little bit later. I don't know what the hell that thing is. It seems like it could kill somebody, though. If I chucked this at him, it would fuck them up. So pick that up. And then, obviously, the big guy here. Oh, Lord. The Millennium Falcon. Like 12 parsecs and some shit, I don't know. This comes off, but that is detachable. It's got Han Solo in there in the cockpit. Or whatever that is. I don't know if that's the cockpit, the gun pit, whatever it is. I hope I don't sound like an idiot when it comes to Star Wars. I hope I'm not, like, pissing any collectors off there. I just don't know about this stuff. And I picked up, if I'm not mistaken, was that Boba Fett? I think. I could be wrong. This top comes off. Everything looks somewhat decent in there. It's dirty. I think something goes right here, like the dome right here. I don't know 100% if that's missing. But she wanted originally like $10 for this when I kind of knew like it was going to be a decent deal. There's another figure somewhere that I picked up. I don't know where the hell it went. This one is made... Holy fuck, I can't find it. I'd imagine if it's like all the others in the 90s. Yeah, this is 95. 25 bucks for everything. Let me know, was that okay? Can I recoup my cost? Maybe even make some money? I would love to know because I don't. Alright, this controller right here. You know what? Hold on. Let's do the weekly contest giveaway here. Let's do the announcement. The winner, I always write it down so I don't forget, because sometimes, like, I remember the first time I did this, I didn't write it down. I was like, what the fuck was that name? The winner to this weekly contest giveaway is Hayden May, Haydenmeh, May, Hayden May, I don't know. That's your name. You're awesome. You won. You're randomly picked. You got $20 store credit on my eBay store. Whether you see a game for 20 bucks, it's yours. You see a game for 30, you get it for 10. It works that way. Hit me up on Instagram if you can. Because eBay's a little fucky when it comes. They always think I'm like doing some outside deal. But you are the winner. If you did not win, you always got next week or the following week. Because I'll make sure we get the winners out there. Thank you for your support. You were awesome. If you want to be entered for the next one, just subscribe, comment, like, all that. Share the video. But anyways, you are the winner. Congratulations. I need to start listing more. And sales have picked up on eBay. I have got so much stuff just piled up. Keep in mind, I sell locally and on eBay, and I got a full-time job, and I run this YouTube channel. I got so much shit to do. I got to start listing more and start pumping up. I need to at least get past 600 listings again. Because keep in mind, I'll sell, I don't know, somewhere between 3 to sometimes even 6 to 10 items a day. And I try to keep those items to where my store level is not going down. I also sell on Amazon too. Like, I've had someone message me and they said, you don't have that, that not many good games on eBay or Amazon. Well, keep in mind, I don't sell shit at a high price. I sell things very cheaply. Well, not very cheap. Let's do an example here. Tato Legends for the PlayStation 2. There's that badge of honor. I paid $3 for that. This is like a $20 game. If I was to sell this, I would actually sell this on Amazon. It's disc-based games. I do better on Amazon. You can actually get a little bit better of a price for them. I guess Amazon's like for the elite collector. But disc-based games I typically do on Amazon. If I was selling this on eBay, and let's say it's selling for $19.99, that's the cheapest buy it now in this condition, I'm going to list it for $18.99. I'm going to put a best offer, and I might even let someone, take me down $1 or $2. I don't like games sitting around. Like, a lot of the stuff that you see has been sitting in my store. It's just stuff I need to go and adjust the price, because prices fluctuate. So if you don't see nothing crazy high-end on my store listings, look at the sold listings, and you can see that shit goes quick, because I'm not one of those dicks that charges above the price of what it's actually worth. I like to get stuff going. But with that said, I need to get listing some more. back to the stuff. Check out this awesome controller right here. This is Ninja Freak's PlayStation 2. Absolutely freaky. I've never seen one of these things out in the wild. It looks too damn cool. I would never use this thing. It feels so impractical. And it's not broken right here. You can see how this has come out. What that is that it's kind of disconnected. I could fix that pretty damn easily. So I picked this up for $2. I love collecting obscure controllers. I got a handful of them for the original Xbox. One PlayStation 2 one that a sub sent me. Very cool stuff. I was very happy to pick this up for $2. So that was a pretty cool find right there. Alright, the last pickup right here you saw when I was at the one store at the very end of the video that I paid, and like my receipt came out to like $6 or $7 for all this. Mainly there's a few games that I get to keep, but mostly it was the stuff so I can bundle with PlayStation 2 systems to help them move. So number one, I do get to keep this, which is the blue copy of Madden 2001. Clearance 43 cents. I can pick that up all day. It does not hurt me. Alright, let's run through these. We got Ace Combat. Oh, fuck. Every time we do one of these episodes, something goes crazy. Something falls or flips around. Ace Combat 5, The Unsung War. Here's a great bundle right here. The Godfather, the game. Da-da-da. Pick that up. Now keep in mind, all these say clearance 46 cents, 43 cents, whatever it was. So these are all great deals. Ghost Recon Jungle Storm. This is one that I get to keep. Oh, I almost thought it said anti-orgy. I'm not against an orgy here. iToy anti-grav. It's just an iToy game. Just keep in mind the PlayStation 2 did have a camera. So that's cool. ATV Off-Road Fury 2 right there, which I may or may not have. I might be able to keep that. I got Off-Road Fury 4. Guess who gets to keep that? I do. Here's another one that I get to keep that I'm pretty sure is exclusive. May not be though. VCL Motor Mayhem. Here is one that is going to be bundler because I do get this on Xbox, which is actually pretty damn cool. It's a really cool compilation of pinball games, 7 in there. Here's one right here, which is a bundler Silent Scope. Here's a great bundler for the original Xbox. I picked this up. I got plenty of original Xbox games to bundle with, but this is one that you don't want to pass up because a lot of people want to play this when they get an original Xbox. And that's Halo 2. I'm not the biggest Halo fan. I see its significance. It is a great game in history. It's not for me. I never run into it. I loved Half-Life, man. Outlaw Golf 2, which honestly, I don't know if that's exclusive to the PlayStation 2 or not. I gotta look that up. If that isn't, then I get to keep that shit. Another one that I get to keep, ATV 2, Quad Power Racing. Another one that's awesome. I'm pretty sure that's exclusive. And it may not be if I'm wrong on any of this. Oh well, I live and learn. And here's one that I get to keep that I don't think is exclusive, but if I don't have it for another system, I'll hang on to it until I do. And that is Chaotic Shadow Warriors for the Wii. Like I said, I paid like $6 or $7 for all that. It was a good deal. It was a good pickup. A lot of that I get to bundle. There's actually more in there that I get to keep than I thought. I only thought I was keeping 2 or 3 games. Turns out I'm keeping more. That's it for this week's episode. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Hopefully next week is going to be good. I did not get a chance to go to the market this Sunday because keep in mind, our week when it comes to what you see in the live video game hunts is basically Sunday to Saturday, not within 1 week. So today, you seeing this on Sunday, would be the first day of the week for the next video. But I didn't get to go because it was raining like a son of a bitch this morning. Or at least where I'm at. So I did not go. Hopefully next week we're going to get some stuff. I've been trying to hit up thrift stores more and more often, but man, Goodwill's been pissing me off. I've been working script-wise on the sucky side of Goodwill. Everybody's input has been great. If there's anything that you hate about Goodwill outside of the pricing is going to be a big chunk of that video, but everything else, whether it's finding a damn parking spot to the crying babies that you're damn greeted upon when you go in there. I mean, everything. We're gonna bring them down a notch. But anyways, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this week's episode. I didn't mean to spit, but it happens. As always, take care and enjoy the rest of your day. And thank you all so much for your support. It means a lot to me.